Now, you need more qualifications to look after animals than to care for a baby on your own. That's according to a review into childminders and nursery staff who work at preschool groups in England. The report, commissioned by the government, has highlighted concerns over basic literacy and numeracy skills.
The Department for Education commissioned an early years expert from Sheffield University, Professor Nutbrown, to look at the qualifications you need if you want to work with children. She found there was no requirement to demonstrate competence in English and maths, and there were substantial concerns about the quality of training. She also criticised the complexity of the system, with students choosing from hundreds of qualifications. The charity For Children said the findings were of great concern.
There's a workforce out there that's very committed and very passionate about it, but what we found from the review is that actually the qualifications and structures is really letting them down. It's not offering them enough content in terms of development, it's not offering them enough support to be able to get the experience they want. And the really quite shocking findings that actually it's easier to get on a course for childcare than it is for handling animals, and also hairdressing is something that most parents just won't expect and want to hear.
The review suggested working with children was seen as low status, low paid and low skilled, with young people often advised to choose between childcare or hairdressing.
Well, earlier I suggested to the Children's Minister, Sarah Teather, that it couldn't be right that people need better qualifications to work with animals than with children.
No, it can't be right at all. And one of the things that I've been worried about for some time and been picking up from the sector was that there's a range of qualifications available, and it's very confusing for people who are working in the sector. It's very confusing for people who want to work in the sector, and it's not great for parents. And the thing is, the government's putting a huge amount of money into this area, and we know that it will make an enormous amount of difference, particularly for very young children from the most disadvantaged backgrounds.
What good is that money and that investment if some of the teachers are, according to this report, barely literate?
Well, precisely the reason why I asked Cathy to do this report, it's essential that we get the quality right. So I asked her whether she'd go and review the qualifications. And as she's already found, there's such a wide diversity of qualifications on offer, and some of them are not really supplying what we want to see for those people who are working with some of the most vulnerable and some of the youngest children. So I'm looking forward to getting her full report. So far, what she's done really is to survey the situation, and over the next few months I know she'll be speaking to the sector and coming forward with recommendations, and I will read those with interest when she reports in the summer.
What can you say to parents, though, now who on Monday will send their children off to nursery or to be looked after by a childminder? What can you say to those parents to reassure them that the government will take urgent action on this?
Well, we do actually have the best qualified early years workforce that we've ever had. So in spite of what Cathy Nutbrown has said, in fact, the quality is higher than it's ever been previously. But nevertheless, there's an awful lot more to do. And what I would say to parents is that I take this issue very seriously.
If this report has such crucial findings, as you say it does, why was it that it was slipped out this week without any fanfare?
Oh, well, it wasn't slipped out. I mean, it was on the front page of the Department for Education's website. It was on the front page of the Times this morning. And I'm speaking to you. Well, we did. I mean, there were press releases that went out. I mean, I can't. I'm afraid you know, it depends on what issues you choose to pick up at the time. Depends how busy the news week is, as we both know.
Was it because,
so
though, the Conservative drive to ease regulation is rather undermined by this report?
No, I mean, I think that the other ministers in the department are one with me on this, that quality really matters. And all the focus on the school system is about driving up quality, and all the focus on the preschool system is similar, because we know this is what will change outcomes. Early years has the chance to really revolutionise children's life chances, and it's essential that we get it right. That's the reason the government is investing so much extra money in it, and it's the reason why we're looking at issues like quality and have asked Cathy to report on them for us.
The Children's Minister speaking to me earlier.